My name is Tracey Gordon. I'm the Register of Wills here in Philadelphia, PA. Welcome to Season 2 of the Register Reacts. Today we will be talking about creating wills while watching the episode of HBO's Insecure.
Hi, my name is Frank Campese. I'm one of the solicitors here at the Register of Wills office in Philadelphia County. I'm an attorney, been practicing for about 33 years now.
My name is Karima Yelverton, and I'm assistant solicitor to the Philadelphia Register of Wills. Why are we here? We're here because we like to watch TV and we want to give you guys some nuggets of knowledge.
Hey! So, y'all can do all this renovation work and you still can't call the estate planner that I connected you with?
I just want to start by saying Insecure is one of my favorite shows. It is very realistic as to the Black experience.
And I know Molly's been trying to get her family to talk about estate planning. However, a cookout is not the right place.
Mom and Dad are not anywhere near ready to do any kind of estate planning whatsoever. You could just tell by just the way they're looking at her and kind of the way they're interacting with her. And I've seen this, I can't tell you how many times I've seen this in real life.
It's just not the right time, it's not the right place.
There you go.
Y'all wrote your will in pencil?
Well, I had to erase a few things because Jerome pissed me off.
That's not a will.
Is not a will that would be acceptable in our office. It definitely will be contested.
Written in pencil on a piece of paper with just, this is the thing and this who gets it is not a proper will.
This limp, loose leaf of paper does not qualify as estate planning. You actually have to go through lawyers.
Hey, Molly.
Hi.
I mean, you remember Herbert. You know Herbert from Church Herbert.
Herbert that became a deacon at 15, Herbert?
You remember?
He became a deacon at 15 years old. That's pretty impressive.
That you two should connect. Herbert plays the organ and you listen to music, so.
Sometimes I try to play songs that the kids can really connect
Herbert plays the organ and you listen to music, so you two should connect. That's a great line.
I rework trap songs for the Lord.
Trap songs for the Lord.
What? I'm just trying to get you back in circulation.
Okay, so Mom, I'm really not pressed to be dating right now. I'm actually just focusing on me.
Well, don't focus too long. I mean, you still gotta meet a man, dating. That's 2 more years, could be more. Then me and your daddy gotta save up for a big wedding. That's at least 2 more years, could be more.
I was actually on a walk recently with a friend of mine at the shore, and he was telling me he's got 3 daughters, and he has to save for these kids' weddings. And he has a little bit of money aside, and I didn't want to ask.
As you can see, her mother is more interested in Molly starting a family herself.
I mean, by the time you're married, maybe your daddy could roll you down the aisle because he'll be in a wheelchair, because he'll be old, Molly.
Nothing like guilt from any mother of any generation, of any culture.
That's his mom. It's not meddling, that's just being a mom. We want to know, when you're gonna settle down. You're hitting 40, I wanna be a grandmom soon.
I would
Hey,
rather...
Molly. Found one of the songs.
That wasn't funny.
You do want to talk to your parents about estate planning. You do not want to be in a situation where one of them dies before they are able to put together a proper will.
Well, without a will, your property then passes by what we call the laws of intestacy here in Pennsylvania. If you pass without a will and you don't have joint assets, in other words, the house is in wife's name or the car's in husband's name or the bank account's in separate names, if that's the case, the living spouse will get the first $30,000 and then she is going to divide the rest of those assets equally between herself and her children, which you may or may not want to have happen to a 75 or 80-year-old woman who now has to deal with children that are irresponsible, part owners of the house, part owners of a bank account, part owners of a retirement fund.
Well, that's definitely not a will on a little piece of paper that just puts assets on it and names next to the assets and names crossed off the assets and no signature at the end. no intent that is a will.
So, okay, let me pause this on. I'm looking at it. House split between kids, car. She put a name in there, and then she crossed it out, TBD. Jewelry goes to Molly, clothes are donated, and miscellaneous, Curtis. This is an absolute nightmare.
We don't know whose will it is. It was not stated that it was a last will and testament. It literally was just a list of things and names.
We would not accept this will at the Register of Wills office. Quite frankly, it is not a will. But for an attorney, it's a good starting place, but it in no way would represent what a will would look like, what a will should look like. It has none of the qualifications. It's not signed, it's not dated, it's not witnessed, it's not notarized.
I have approved handwritten wills. We advise against it. Again, we advise that you consult with an estate attorney.
So I always tell people, listen, it's important to decide, what you want to do with your assets. It's way more important to decide who takes charge, because otherwise you come in front of myself and Madam Register, and then we get to decide what happens and who's in charge.
You can leave whatever you want to whoever you want to leave it to. You are not required to leave your family anything. People generally do because that's their family, but your will is your will, and you should not allow yourself to be influenced to make decisions you don't want to make.
A will is simply a gift. You don't have to leave them anything. It's your assets. You can leave your assets to whomever you please.
I rework trap songs for the Lord.
Trap songs for the Lord. I can't even think of any trap songs right now.
I have no idea what trap music is.
I'm more of an R&B girl, but I do have one favorite trap song, and it goes, it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get the money for the rent. Next week, we'll be watching the will reading from the movie Knives Out.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, sis.
We'll just have to figure it out. That's all.
That's all. That's all. Mama left this house to me and the kids. She never wrote it down, never had a will, never told the bank nothing.
No, I know. I was there.
I don't know what I'm gonna do if I lose this house. If I lose Mama's house, where are we gonna live?
You are not alone. Over 10,000 homes are in the name of a deceased person. I'm Registrar of Wills Tracey Gordon. We are waiving and deferring fees associated with tangled titles. Email row.pdi@phila.gov to be put in contact with free legal assistance. Find out if you are eligible for the new probate deferment initiative by the Philadelphia Register of Wills.